Rolling.
Oh yeah, nervous. This is NYP A Team, and the proposal is on iPhone. Just to start off, could you briefly introduce yourselves?
Okay, I'm Kenneth.
I'm Jun Hao.
And I'm Jing Yi.
And I'm Mr. Ang, the lecturer in charge. Nice to meet you all. Could you briefly tell us what was your individual contribution in this project? Say your duties, or were you dedicated to some things? Or?
Actually, all of us share ideas with our own. So, like, probably my idea is not very nice, not very good into this project. So, if they reject, we have to think of another idea. So, actually, we all do this project in teamwork form. We do everything together, in a sense. Because separated work, in the end, come together, there will always be disputes. So, we try to do our work together, meet up in a session, and we try to do our work together.
Yeah. Every part, we all say finish, we just do together. Idea contribute together. Go one place, go together also. Everywhere also go together.
The toilet cannot go together.
So, actually, all the ideas, some of it are actually integrated ideas. Therefore, these ideas can actually come together only when we do everything together.
So could you tell us briefly how did you come to decide on this topic?
Oh, basically, we thought of a lot of like setting up a cafe, or maybe renovation, or maybe some other stuff like 7-Eleven. Anything is possible. But we realized that renovation is one topic where you can get it started and get it very hot topic.
Okay, so renovation was one of the thing. What was the other ideas?
Cafe
Cafe.
and hotel, maybe food marts, like you can buy something at the petrol station or something. Those kind of those kind.
I'm not sure say 7-Eleven can do.
Yeah, 7-Eleven, those kind. Yeah.
So those are pretty good ideas also. So, but what made you decide? What was the deal maker which say we are going to do renovation?
Now that you know that the many condominiums, bungalows are all coming out, flats are getting more expensive. People rather live in condos. So now people, obviously, they are getting more contractors, getting more and more such renovation companies. So there is a need that we need more and more renovation type of techniques. Such as because, as we discovered that many of them are still using their old technology design. We are going to upgrade them to a newer era using IT. That's why we feel that renovation is a very good topic in here. Yeah.
Okay, so the most obvious question. So what made you decide to do your presentation in the form of a sketch?
Oh, well, basically, we realized that doing just a dry presentation may not get the idea across. So we decided to get into a skit. When it's a skit, it's like a drama, so people will like keep watch. Yeah, so we thought out of acting somewhat. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, dramas can actually enhance the memories that people can capture, because certain skit that people actually shows in dramas, they can actually have a better idea of what is going on instead of merely dry presentation, whereby they can only capture information without any form of ideas at all. Yeah.
Actually, I'm quite proud of these students because they're actually year 1 students, right? So there are 3 years in poly, so they're actually year 1. And throughout the time, we have a lot of meetings. They have a lot of meetings to brainstorm all the ideas together. Right? So they came together to talk about what kind of ideas they need to do, right? Like what you say, internet cafe, budget hotel, and other stuff. Then eventually we decided on this particular renovation is because one of the main criteria of doing this project is about creativity. And we realized that we have a very creative idea using iPad to solve a problem, right? So that people don't have to go down frequently to their houses to take a look at the progress of the work. So, and these students, what we did, they take a lot of initiatives. What we did is we brought them down to talk to the real renovators to find out what's the real problem. So they actually talked. When we were there, they were actually the one who were asking all the questions. After that, they gathered the thoughts, they came out with solutions. Of course, we helped them by guiding them on their presentation, on how to write a proper report and all that. But personally, I'm quite proud of what they have achieved, whether we win it or not.
So, Just to track back a bit, sorry, track back a bit with reference to the sketch. What was the main, when you came up with that script, what was the main idea that you wanted to get across to
We want to get across that with HP technology, nothing is impossible. All the problems can be solved. Just like example, a normal renovation company, what problems they face, we will try to use it to solve it. Just solve. The main problem is solve everything.
All HP products are personal again.
Yeah, personal again. With HP, it's not very hard to imagine.
Samsung one.
Samsung one. Sorry, it's Samsung one. I used wrongly.
whenever we can edit out. So, Mr. Han, so from with this good experience on this, right? What do you think they can improve on after you see the whole process and see the presentation? What do you think that you feel that they can improve on?
Okay, in terms of the effort, right, there's nothing I can put them on. So, because they're year one, so they came from secondary school only half a year ago, so now being on to polytechnic. So their idea of the way of structuring their ideas, where they need a bit of guidance on how to structure and bring out the best points about the ideas they're trying to sell. For example, in the beginning, right, they did a lot of brainstorming, came up with a lot of ideas. But the ideas are focusing more on, for example, the features. They're not talking about benefits. There's a difference between features and benefits. Right? So we are actually guiding them on how to structure their thoughts so that we can quite clearly bring out the points that we want to bring across, which is, I think, very important in them getting selected for this particular presentation. And I'm very proud that they have actually managed to do it. Even though they're only year one, or they haven't gone through a lot of sessions on how to do presentation or that, but to have come to this stage, I think I'm very proud of them.
Going back a bit, so what was the main objective when you came in for this competition? Was there a particular objective in mind? Joy?
Oh, for us, the objective is to scale greater heights, is to challenge ourselves, to meet new things, do more risk, and accomplish more. Not for the prize, but for the efforts and for new experiences, so that when we go into the society, we'll be able to do something very creative and different.
So how do you all rate and how do you all perform? To expectations, exceed, or how do you feel it?
Of course, in real presentations, we don't really say that we exceed our expectations or whatsoever, because like every time there is a presentation, there could be certain parts whereby you are afraid of certain things, like maybe I'll stop here, or maybe I'll just, there's a mistake over there, kind of thing. It's just kind of emergency kind of actually problems that comes up in between the presentation. So actually, to solve these problems, we tried our best not to make any mistakes, but if mistakes are made, of course, certain way to save that presentation is still needed. Yeah.
Actually, I'm also the course coordinator for these students. So that time when my colleague Mr. Lam was telling me about this competition, right, my main objective in asking for volunteers, in fact they volunteered. Okay, so I asked who want to volunteer, send me an email, all that. Some of them are nominated by their lecturers, their mentors. So the main objective of taking part in this thing is not really to win. Of course, we want to win. But the main objective is really to give them exposure to doing presentations, to go through project meetings, to learn how to work in teams, right, and to structure their thoughts, so that next time when they actually go and do their semester and all that stuff, they can present better. I'm sure that they are much confident now compared to